Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hope everyone's having a great day so far.
Hey, good morning.
So,
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
MSPs and IT
Morning,
service
Raja.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, hello. That kind of looks like a fake out on GJ.
Yes, I'm saying the same thing.
Oh, I was actually looking at a cell.
Oh, like now, no, because here in London it pushed,
Mm.
but 139.95 is like a 4 hour support,
Yeah.
and it kind of rejected. And there's also a 30-minute resistance at 140.10, which made a fake out. So that's why I have no longer sales bias.
Nice.
I would definitely want it to break 140.20 in order to take buys until 140.400. How do you see it, Raja?
I see it making a low. It's retracing. If it starts to create a resistance, then I'm going to try to look for sells. Because looking for a buy, I mean, it's just right here. Like 142.20. There's not enough range till
Yeah.
142. 220. So this morning I was looking at it, and it was falling. I kept thinking that okay, it's making a low, and it's made a low. I mean, it could be a fake out, but for it to go up, it has to break. For me to take a buy, it needs to break above 140, 250.
Because that's actually what it was on my bias. If
Yeah.
it breaks 104.20,
Mm.
there it says I will take a buy definitely. If it breaks,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll keep your bias like if just if just if it breaks. But it definitely looks bearish.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it in a way that if it starts to come down, it's going to fill this gap. 100%.
Yes, you're right.
So I think it's just going to bounce around here in New York and then break below 140. Let's see what happens.
So ideally, what you're thinking is that it's gonna like where you're waiting is like it makes resistance around 140.200 in
Mm-hmm.
order to take sells, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, Raja?
Super great.
What are you eating, man?
Dark chocolate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Dark chocolate is pretty healthy too.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you was calling me, rakeel.
Dark chocolate. Yeah, my dark chocolate.
Can see I'm quite like me.
This is also this chocolate is light skin too. It's 70%.
70% light skin.
Yeah.
Light skin.
Kivan is 90% dark chocolate.
Come on, man. That's a bit racist.
No, man,
No, it's not.
it's
It's
an ad.
descriptive.
Yeah,
It's being
descriptive.
real.
That's an adjective.
Adjective. Come on.
Yeah, adjective, bro. I studied the English language.
All right. Calling
Now,
for the
I already took a short on GJ, Rakeel, before.
Very nice. Oh,
Wait.
before, okay.
Yeah, better. This candle entered.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah.
I was awake. Sorry. I was awake when this candle was forming.
Yeah.
And I wanted to sell it, but then I was like, I don't know. And then I kept watching it fall. I'm like, oh, no, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
It's
just
a
gonna.
nice trade. Break
Yeah.
retest and here we go. But I thought we would
yeah.
like in the gap. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Morning, guys.
Hey, good morning.
What's everyone think about EJ?
EJ.
Save you time.
EJ is ranging.
Yeah, it's been ranging the whole London session.
EJ is ranging. So, EJ is at the same price it was yesterday when you took that trade. Stephanus.
Yeah. I didn't take the trade.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't my session. I was just like doing an analysis.
Yeah, it's still in the same area there.
I know.
Oh shit.
I have like a after analysis for you.
Yeah.
I was gonna send it, but I'm waiting for this trade.
If you go, sorry, go ahead.
That's all good.
On EJ, if you go to a higher time frame, I think we have like a fake out.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Right there.
Yeah, but we already had the retest. So. Here you say.
Yeah, EJ, I'm not even going to look at it because it's ranging.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, it's just ranging.
Yeah, it looks like crab.
Yeah. GG, I'm looking at it too. If it creates a resistance right over here, it has made a low right down here at like around 140.030. This is a low here. If it makes a resistance here with like a bearish 15 minute or the 30 minute, I'd want to take a sell to go down to retest this low it created. That's the trade I'm basically eyeing right now. And that is also around what this is a 20 pip range. And if this range breaks, then there's a further runner move down to like 139.800.
Nice range.
So this is specifically what I'm waiting for. Let me just label this over here better. Man, placing these numbers with analysis is so nice. It helps a lot.
Yeah, visually it helps a lot.
Yeah, like 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is my analysis here. There we go. Now I wait. Wow, gold is also ranging. There's no news. 10 a.m. There's some consumer confidence. Take a look at pre-markets. Oh, looks like pre-markets are not loading today. Oh yeah, they're not loading today. Alright, what's this? GA, big range, rejection wicks. Waiting for the price break, retest high, taking the trade high term. Okay, perfect. Yeah, look, you're looking for a buy. So basically the same thing as GJ. You're looking for a buy above this area here, which is the same on GJ. If you look for a buy above this area. But if GJ breaks above 140, let's say 200, then the first target should be this wick here, 143. 3:30. I'm gonna wait for sells. Which program do you use for text screen? It's called XSplit. Ooh, Simon is in GJ buys. Nice. I'm gonna look for sells.
SMBFX.
Yes.
Okay.
SMB.
Good job, Simon.
Okay.
Okay, Simon.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Simon sent his chart too.
This is how you want to roll.
Simon, oh yeah, he just took buys on the 15-minute candle.
Oh,
Simon, big balls, Simon.
yeah, man, big balls.
Oh, someone is in GJ sells. Oh man.
What?
But based on what?
I don't know. They haven't sent a chart. They just said it.
Just said it.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? Gold. By the way, this should get filled. This?
No way.
Where the?
That's only on TradingView.
Where?
Okay.
Bye, mommy. I love you.
Where do you see
He's aiming
this?
for 300 pips.
Holy, this is 1463. When did that happen?
Good job, mate, with that.
Wow, that didn't even happen. Yeah, that's some bougie. That's some bougie liquidity grab over there.
Yeah, I think you should hold it till it
Yeah.
reach that area.
Maybe the person who sold GJ maybe sold it because it's at resistance. But there's no
Hey, Rakeel,
confirmation
what if you
yet.
try pulling up Forex.com gold on TradingView?
Oh yeah. Like these are just liquidity spikes from brokerages. I mean, I don't even pay attention to that.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I don't think
that
those are real. I've seen
candle
on
is when gold opens.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Forex.com does that a lot. So you'll see that most times on gold open, like the midnight wick.
Yeah, that's crazy manipulation right there. Cause man, 1463 is way up. Imagine you had sells. You're like, all right, there's no way we're going back to 1463. 5 p.m. hits, boom, spike up, takes you up.
BJ running nice.
Okay, what's this? Oil, 4-hour. Target, clean candle over here. Try to break out. Land session, nice move. This can, yeah, I think this makes sense here. Trevor, like the previous 4-hour closed above the rest ones here to the left. This one has potential to go bullish. There's a clean traffic to the left. I mean, yeah, this makes perfect sense. Very nice.
Damn.
Oh, come on, GJ.
Oh,
Few more pips. Few more pips, GJ.
God damn.
Okay, I'm out.
has someone bought GJ? No, not me. I'm waiting. I am waiting. Who's feeling generous? Steve Jobs. I wonder if his real name is Steve Jobs. What's this chart here? Came back in the range, retested the bottom. Euro, New Zealand. 15-minute looking for a retest of the highs. Fake out. I think the stop loss is way too small compared to take profit. Like I know you want to have a tight stop to impress buddies, but this is a way too
Holy
tight
shit.
stop.
That
Yeah,
stop loss looks like a nipple, bro.
that's I think that's way too tight. And then
It's
maybe
gonna get stopped out with commission.
Yeah, and the target is very
ooh,
generous. Very generous target.
Oh, Jesus.
GG.
GG is running.
I honestly thought that we were going for the gap fill today.
Perfect.
What can happen?
I think we still might.
You think so?
Yeah, so what I've seen is usually just like during London lunchtime, which is around now, a lot of the time it reverses if there's a strong move during the morning, and then it will just drop straight back down.
Yeah, I was
But
hoping
let's see.
for this area to hold.
Okay, now I'm gonna wait for a pullback.
Ooh, Addicts got the buys too. Oh, so you guys are looking at that move down like a fake out.
Fake. Yeah, fake out.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
Man, all these people asking me what time frames I use for analysis. I mean, everything is in front of you. Each and everything is in front of you. Everything is in front of you. Wow, look at that candle. How big is this candle? 25 pips. Are you waiting for a retest on GJ? No, I was actually waiting for what I was hoping for GJ to do like a retest at like 140, 240, create resistance and come back down. But you know, it has broken above it, so I just have no analysis right now. Just gonna wait to see. Just gonna wait for the candles to print something I like. So far, I don't like anything right now. Nothing. Mainly I trade GJ in gold, so GJ, I mean, it was a buying move. Obviously, I missed it, so had the wrong analysis. So far, gold I'm looking at here. The gold's going to close in 9 minutes. So if this closes bullish, this 30-minute candle, I think the next one should continue moving up. At least 1460, 50. That's going to be the ideal position, or even up to 1461. Do you count your retest based on the overall move with the wick or where candle closes? That's a very subjective question. I think you'll see as it happens. Oh, we got Chris in the house with his beanie. Seems like it's getting cold over there. I took a buy on gold in the range. If I'm up 3 pips with 2.5 pip spread, should I BE stop loss in areas like this? I think you should know. I think You should put stops once the next candle or this candle goes beyond, out of this madness. I think that's when you put your stops at break even. Because then you could say that, okay, this candle had a low, the next candle made another low and lower high, so then you can possibly trail your stops as well. But it also depends how many pips you are up to. So 3 pips, 5.5, yeah, it's too small because you're going to get stopped out. I learned so much just from watching the stream for the past few weeks. Opened my first trade. Ooh, nice. $240 profit. Well, I guess you can afford to send me Uber Eats then. I need Uber Eats. What's this? Oh wow. Rejection for sell, strong bearish. Yeah, I think it's in the same predicament as GJ. If it comes down below resistance, so you got the same idea. Talking about gold, the reason I say that 30 minute is because the 30 minute is a higher confirmation time frame than the 15 minute, right? So if the next 30 minute candle goes bullish, then there's a high confirmation that it will continue going up. But the 15 minute candles can give you, like a lot of fake outs. Like look at these candles like up, doji, up, this weak bullish candle, bearish, bullish, bullish. So the 30 minute is much cleaner, because if this candle closes above all these candles to the left, then you have a high chance for the next one to continue moving up. But if the next candle breaks the low of this current one, then the way how I see things, I would look at that as, okay, you know what, maybe the buying idea is invalid at that point. Still got some time for this hour to close, so kill some time. What's this? For me, those bullish are fake outs. So you're looking for sells too. Yeah, I'm looking for sells too, so I'm just gonna wait for GJ. Raja, do you order your Tesla truck? No. I don't have space for that thing.
Let's see what happened with this 5 minute on for this hour to close on gold. I don't know, man. It's too rangy.
On gold?
Yeah, it's been ranging for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I closed my last buy almost at break even, only 2 pips in profit. It was so funny because I was waiting for the wick fill on 1 hour. And took the picture and went, and you reply, you said, well, the price just retraced. I said, a freak. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I saw the chart and then I looked at the chart, it was coming down. I was like, oh.
Yeah, man.
I was like, okay, perfect. Looks like I can get back in buys then with Curvin.
Yeah, from 7 pips in profit to 2 pips.
So hungry this morning.
Seconds.
Yeah, I was pretty hungry too when I woke up.
Did you eat Capital or what are you eating?
No, I got fluid and ate a bunch of food this morning.
You need fluids too in the morning. Stay hydrated.
I had some juice, some yogurt, dark chocolate. I had some CBD.
Dark chocolate? Whoa, why'd you eat like this weird mix?
No,
Dark chocolate from India.
It tastes good, man. We're about to catch some big moves today.
What are you guys trading?
I don't
GJ?
know. I was actually looking for GJ to retest the low it created at 140, but it's going bullish, so yeah, just waiting. Gold, I'm looking for buys if this candle closes bullish.
Hey, Raja.
Hey,
Hey, how are you, man?
good man. How are you?
Good, good. Hey, why don't you have the, let's say I have a support at gold at 59.50. Resistance at gold.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So I was looking for buys above that, but you
Oh,
don't have that resistance. Is there a reason?
oh yes, right here. Oh no, this one I've drawn just like as a major target if it starts to go up, right? But obviously, like I'm gonna start to see like once it starts to move up, I'm gonna be looking at this area here, like 1460, same area you mentioned, 5950. So this bounce from here would be the perfect buys. Bounce from this
Okay. And
price
then so
here.
that was 59.50 would be your first target, and then see what happens there.
Yeah, so like when it comes into this area here where these wicks are, then we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, makes sense.
Good morning, my fellow friends.
Hi, my friend.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pocahontas.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Oh, wow, what's this? If this resistance remains unbroken, we're looking for sells. Nice. You've drawn the magic candles. This means it should work.
Magic.
Roger.
Hmm.
Can you get to the 1 hour on GJ? Do you not think it's coming up to test this level to then drop?
Yeah, I mean, if it does, yeah.
Because it didn't, it just dropped. It didn't come back up to test this level, which is what I was expecting on the 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
So it might be making that move now.
Yeah, it could. It could. But I'm looking for to see if I get any signs of bearish confirmations, I'll take a sell.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But you're right, it could come up to there as well. I was looking at this resistance formed yesterday in pre-New York, which it broke later on with the NYC Open.
Yeah, that's where you took your buys, right? Or just
Yeah.
below there?
Yeah, I took my
Yeah,
buys
yeah.
somewhere over here and it went up. And then later this went further up. Ooh, 30-minute candle on gold closed like that, which means no buys.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna close my runner. So
1 hour also closed bearish.
yeah, I don't like that.
Ooh, if it breaks the 30-minute low, gold's heading down.
Mm-hmm.
How do I share a chart? Elliot Chapo. I think you need to look at the description video down there. All right. Where's my MT4? I was about to open a sell on GJ. Think it'll be a 9-pip stop. Okay, perfect. Got in a sell on GJ.
Perfect.
The only reason I got in the sell was because the 15-minute candle broke the low of the previous 15-minute candle. So that's giving me confirmations. And so the only reason I'm going to exit this sell is if this current 15-minute candle breaks above 142.63. And then
you're doing already.
yeah,
Instant profits.
I'm surprised.
You got balls, man.
Yeah, big balls.
No, man, this is. I only have
10 lots.
no four lot running. Okay. If I want my cells, I'm gonna get my cells.
You crazy ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep an eye on this one here.
Yeah, I'm in the opposite to you, Rakeel.
Okay. See now, if this 30-minute closes bearish, man, these cells are going to play out very, very, very nice. Because then it's going to come retest this area down here.
It's low, yeah. We got space, almost no traffic.
Yeah, that could work. But just this 15-minute has to close bearish.
If you have a, don't know.
Is there any chance it's a fake out on GJ? I don't know. I don't know because you need to send your chart. I have my chart right here and you need to send your chart so I can see what you see. If I don't see what you see, I can't answer your question. That's just the way it is. And that's the way it is. If you don't send a chart, we can't analyze it. Gold 15 minutes, sell on break of support, take profit 13 pips. This is good analysis. So see, gold's that support. If it breaks, the target is down here. Absolutely right. Would it be acceptable to make sure this 15 minutes so we can have a better trade going down, stop loss above? Yeah, so basically, if this 15-minute candle closes bearish, then it's going to be very interesting because now not only is it going to be respecting this resistance, but then your condition for the stop loss is going to be much tighter because then you can turn around 2-3 times and then say that, okay, the next 15 minute should respect this high and continue moving down. Because if the next 15 minute breaks this current candle's high, then you have a chance to exit positions before they hit your full stop loss up over here. So, one of my strategies is when I'm in a trade, I don't look at that trade as it's playing out. I just look at the price. You see the price here, 200? So when this price goes to like 230, then I'm going to have to look at the trade to see, okay, whether I want to stay in it or close it. Yeah, so far we're just focusing over here.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's all like mind games, It's all
psychology.
Because if I keep looking at it, I just keep looking at it.
Yeah.
So I know like the high of this 15 minute is at 142.60. So as I look at the price, as it heads to like 250, then I'll be starting to look at it. I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? I feel like lately my entries have been way too early, not waiting for 15 minutes to close, then on GJ in case would rack it back up. Yeah, GJ does that most times. GJ, sometimes it hands you the dildo saying, okay, it's not gonna mess around with you anymore, but then it surprises you in another one. And then you're like, oh man, GJ. Raja, you've been talking about that gap fill for 2 days, GJ. I want to see gold all the way down. I want to see GJ all the way down, man. I want to see GJ fill that gap. Oh, what's this? 4 hour. Sell taken earlier than planned momentum. This. Potential. Chris, I've been meaning to say this. I don't want to offend you or anything, but I believe that these lines are way too many lines. What do you think? These are just like way too many lines. Chris is typing. Oh, okay. Long-term target levels. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, the 15-minute candle is about to close in 5 minutes, you know, so if it stays closing bearish, then I can tighten my stop loss, you know, bring it down to maybe 140, 280, make it a little less risky. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And if then the 30-minute closes bearish, then the resistance is formed, and then this becomes true. Then we can retest the low down over here and have a profitable day today.
And possibly continue lower.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna leave a runner running this time.
Ha!
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna leave a runner running.
I'm gonna grab my money and run.
Damn, Raja, you're in a good mood, sir.
Yeah, man. CBD 1 week after it's working.
Yeah.
Oh, how are you feeling now, Rokio? Like,
It's okay. I haven't really felt like a big like difference.
yeah.
But
what did you notice that was a little different now after taking it for some time?
okay, so I have 5 different things I deal with at one time. You know,
Yeah.
like business, then there's Slack, then there's trading, and then there's family. You know, and 2 other things. And usually all those things would just be in my mind, just thinking and thinking and thinking. So what I've noticed is that I haven't been overthinking that a lot. Like if let's say I'm at the gym, I'm only focused on the gym. If I'm with family, I'm only focused with family. Like now they're like
Right.
in my mind, they're like different times to do different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's
focused on
really
the
good,
present.
sir.
Yeah.
On the present.
Yeah.
It's
so-
really good because you don't get too anxious about it, like overthinking.
Yeah, like in the start, I couldn't really see a difference because I was too used to smoking weed and just feeling that THC ASAP, right? But with this, it took a couple of days to just kind of set in, and I don't know, it's different.
Do you recommend it?
Yeah, sure. Consult your doctor. Because I don't want to be blamed for any debts. Oh, Raja said do CBD, he died.
I'm gonna sue you.
Yeah, person died.
My wife is gonna sue you.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Someone took cells over here. Well, perfect. Oh, these are GBP futures. Yeah, I don't know nothing about this. I mean, all I see here is that the candle is still bullish, so I don't know. Do you vape your CBD? No, these are oil drops. All right, GJ, come on. Get a move on over here, buddy. 15-minute candles are closing. No, it's not crack, it's CBD. God damn, man. Is it like crack?
Who asked that question? No, dude, Raja is not a crackhead. Come on, please.
It gives the same feelings as being on crack. Wow. What is the effect? The effect is, I don't know. I mean, I feel Tin. I'm not sure if you guys know Tin, but Tin is a friend of mine. He recommended me to do CBD, and then another friend of mine got on CBD because he is a bodybuilder. And then I was like, okay, I'll try it. The first day I was like, this is garbage. Why did I even buy it? You know, the second day, third and the fourth day, I started to like, you know, kind of like see a little difference. See, this morning I woke up, I saw EJ, and EJ was ranging, right? And then I saw GJ, and GJ was somewhere over here creating a low. And when price is creating a low, that means it's in a downtrend, right? So it was in a downtrend. I thought to myself, okay, it's making a low. Next thing I want to do is I want to wait for a pullback. Once that pullback happens, then I want to wait for a resistance to be formed or some confirmation that, okay, price may continue to go down. And then I waited, and then this happened here. Now when we look at EJ was ranging and it's still ranging. So we got to wait for EJ here. No, well, some people who trade EJ, they got to wait for EJ. Gold is trying to break down here. There you go. Gold's gonna, on the 15-minute candles, gold's breaking down. This should continue down. Stays below 1458. Should continue to 1455. Imagine there's a flash crash on GJ. What's this? Waiting for this 30-minute candle to close. See a nice bearish move. Yeah, that would make sense. Alright, 15-minute candle has closed. Gonna bring my stops down here a little bit. 140, 280, 285. Where's my MetaTrader? See, now the resistance has been formed on the 15-minute because the 15-minute candle has closed. But the 30-minute resistance hasn't formed yet because the 30-minute candle is still open. So we need this candle to close now. Once this 30-minute candle closes, I'm going to bring my stops down to the high of the 30-minute candle. And then I'll let the next 30-minute candle form. I think this is a pretty well planned out trade here.
It is indeed.
I agree.
Gold closed with no wick on the 15-minute. It also closed below that support. So, you know, then you can possibly, if someone's trying to take sells on gold, I think the idea is going to be that it should stay below 1458 if it's going to continue bearish. Where's your TP? Well, Lil Grip Productions, if you look at the chart, you shall see the TP. But what I like to do is I like to secure profits at like 10, 12 pips, and then I leave a runner running. So I'm going to leave a runner running. And I'm hoping that that runner is going to come down and eventually fill this gap by, I think, like maybe London close or even by the Asian session. Because if price now starts to head down, it will fill this gap. I've seen it happen lots of times, so that'd be great if it does. Spent 3 years on the charts, learned nothing. Spent 2 weeks on this channel, learned so much. Oh,
Jeez.
wow.
It's amazing.
Making me blush over there, man. Jeez.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, so many nice things early in the morning. God,
You should be proud, Rakeel.
yeah, I'm proud of Raja,
Changing
man.
lives.
Raja is making a difference.
Yeah, man.
Rakeel is he just tags along.
The lazy bastard.
Yeah, lazy bastard. Euro New Zealand. Okay, so someone sent me this chart in my chats earlier, and what I looked at was like this area right over here. Didn't make any sense. And then you have all this consolidation here, up over there to the left hand side. You have consolidation there, and then you have the higher target right over here. So I guess you need a plan to see what you're gonna do. Because if your trade is going profits, what you're going to do after that and stuff. Oh, wow. G, just move it. G, just
Yes,
move
I'm
it.
about to say that.
Come on, buddy.
Didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Come on, GJ.
Come on, GJ.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Go, GJ. That's my GJ.
Move it, move it.
This
Give
is
me a
just
J.
the beginning.
Give me a G.
G.
Give me a J.
J.
G, J.
I'm happy again. I'm back in profit.
G.
Chris, you short, Chris.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been short for a little while. I had a bit of drawdown, but I was doing it off the 4 hour, so
Oh, yeah.
I kind of expected a bit, but I didn't expect. I got a bit worried, to be fair, when it got to near 300. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But now I'm pretty keen on like doing a gap fill.
Oh, look at that, guys. Got 10 pips there.
Yeah, man, you've got patience.
Got 10 pips.
Good work, bro.
Securing profits, letting a runner run.
I enter at 20, man. Let's see. After the 15-minute close.
Nice.
Man, this idea was so good that I don't know if I can close the trade right now, bro, because like higher time frame we're going down.
Yeah.
You just like this was like exactly what you've taught us with the resistance being made.
Yeah.
There's momentum, there's trend, there's like everything's pointing down, you know?
Yeah.
And then the gap fill, that's coming, man. That's coming. Can we hold till that?
Yeah, you know. Have some balls. That's it.
Do you have the patience?
Chris, you had I saw your chart from yesterday.
Yep, all the way up.
Yeah, I'm not sure when because you see how like yesterday we bounced. I think we were coming down here and then we bounced back up or something, right?
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. So we're kind of at that resistance.
I see this like the
support.
250 level is kind of a weekly like support resistance level. It's pretty strong. So it reacts at that. You have to look at it on a zoomed out version on weekly, but it's a lot of taps at that level. So I think once we stay below, we stay below for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. This you have around 140.034.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of taps down.
Well, if you guys like this trade on YouTube, just give a thumbs up.
Yeah, like it up.
Yeah.
Oh, we like
Subscribe.
it.
Give a thumbs up.
Subscribe, bitches.
Cause man, you know how many people tell me, "Hey, we just found out your stream by like YouTube recommending it." It's because when people hit the like button,
Yeah, exactly.
it just gets shared with everybody.
The algorithm, they just
Yeah.
put it up.
Algorithm picks it up.
Very
Down in
nice.
the world.
Wow, gold is
Chris.
also falling here.
Thanks for the link, man.
Have fun, bro.
Man, this GJ. I think I'm gonna close everything here.
A 10, okay. Here.
Ooh, 10 pips.
10 pips. I closed half.
You go close it all.
I don't
2/3.
know.
I want to close
Come on, now
both.
it's about to drop.
Come on, man.
I'm gonna put everything at break even. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Everything at break even.
Watch
Everything.
080.
Break even, man. That's it. It's going all the way down. Let's see.
All the way
139,500.
Oh, TP Rich.
I'm not sure it's going to do it today, but if you look at the start of last week from the open, the way it reacted, and then the second day, what it did the same similar thing.
You know, usually Tuesdays are really big moves.
It's like
Yeah.
GJ to go to die all the way to the 139,500.
Yeah, it kind of did very similar. I mean,
Hey, Raj, I wanted to tell you this. No homo, but I love you.
Thank you, man.
No homo, eh? No homo.
Like a friend though.
Easy day.
What's up, Ted?
Good morning, Ted.
Morning.
Good morning, Uncle Ted. How are you doing?
I am well. I see gold touched 1451 and rocketed back up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
As expected.
I think that was in yesterday's discussion.
Yeah, it's scary though because it contravenes the fundamentals. So that leads me to believe that we're gonna have a bigger push coming to go further down once these trade talks complete. I think the smart money already knows that trade talks are gonna finish.
Yeah.
But now they're pushing up for one final run at 1457 to drop all the way down.
Do you think that's going to be a slow process and wait something like an FP?
I'm trying to figure it out just based on probabilities. Because right now, Tuesday, it seems like we're getting the pullback that we always get after the Friday, Monday carryover. I mean, I wasn't surprised that Tuesday was going bullish, even with the fundamental news. So what I think now, Chris, I think what we were talking about earlier with the daily candles on gold is we're going to create a consolidation area.
Yeah.
With the daily candles here, and I think this candle is going to finish maybe indecision, so it's going to finish like this. Which then means no change in direction, and then tomorrow we're going to get that. Just based on sort of history, because once again, I mean, these are obviously your catalysts, but I think with the fundamental news taking over, that the trade, this candle here, what this candle represents is like half the people believe that trade wars are done, and half the people don't believe.
Yes,
that's what this candle is right now. So there's institutions that are hedging on the fact that we're going to be dumping, and then there's institutions hedging on the fact that that's a fake out again, and we're going to go back up. So that's the reason why we're getting this indecision candle. So that's why tomorrow will be really important. Once there's more information regarding that, I think that's where you get the wick, and then you get the drop. If we get a wick down. If the daily candle then looks like this tomorrow, I think you might get this push up, which would then, obviously match up with sort of the support that was drawn. The other thing that I'm worried about though is if we get just an instant move like this, we might get a huge drop, which would then match up into this area over here, this liquidity area here, which would then complete this candle here. So that's what I'm watching for as well. So tomorrow, more than likely, if we start getting a candle that forms like this with no top wick, and we just keep dropping, it might just look like one of these candles here. So what you may find is you're going to get this pattern. So this would be your Monday, this would be your Tuesday, and then Wednesday, that just goes to shit. And then that wick here, so this candle basically looks like this with this wick, and this wick matches up with that wick right over there.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking, just in terms of future ideas, just because of the fact that what the no wick on what this allows you to have with no wick is it allows for the candle to pull all the way back when Trump disagrees with everything.
Yep.
And then that creates a liquidity grab to then go further back up, because now Trump has said no trade, or like trade talks are still bad, and then this rockets back up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking right now.
So I didn't know if it was just going to stew around until next week, end of the month, and start next month. I wasn't too sure.
Yeah, I just think that today's going to be a weird day. Just like last Tuesday, we every Tuesday seems with gold seems to be a mess, and then Wednesday, Thursday we get like the actual moves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea.
I wonder if Ted trades other pairs because he only seems to know more about gold. Well, I do trade other pairs, but if I'm told if I'm told just to score layups every day, and layups are for the ones that pay me, that's what I do. Gold pays me. So I'm happy with gold. As long as gold keeps paying me, I'll keep working with it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about GJ.
Yeah. With consumer spending, don't you think gold will go down? Well, I mean, that may be a drop a bit, but I don't know. Don't you think gold will retest the 1460? I don't know. I'm not looking for the specifics of where we're going with the actual prices. I'm looking to say what I believe is going to happen over the next couple of days. That I don't know. I don't really care about a retest. I'm sort of looking at where we are currently in gold and what the expectations could be based on how it's played out and based on the fundamentals that are in play right now. It's hard to figure that out in terms of retests with gold, because gold could retest like 1470 and then fly back down. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason with gold sometimes.
EMA's kind of telling us we're in a kind of TDI goes to the rise. It is dropping, but being on the key level of the EMA being qualifies from yesterday's TDI and the EMA's typically qualifies. That's where I decided that I could probably go for a long entry here rather than trying to short it and see if it or so.
Nice. 30-minute candle is about to close in 3 seconds. This is perfect. This resistance has been formed now. See, this resistance on the 30-minute wasn't formed because the 30-minute was still open. Now it has been formed. Now there's a very, very high chance price is going to continue down to retest the low it created around 5:30 in the morning.
I'm taking off, guys. Have a great day. Thank you for a New York session, Raja.
Thank you, man. Take care.
It was amazing. Take care. See you maybe Asian.
There's very bit of USD news. Yeah, there's some USD news coming in later on at like 10 a.m. Let's see what happens. What was your entry for this trade? My entry for this trade was, so basically, price created a, so let me just annotate it. So price created a low over here. This was resistance formed. I was looking for price to create a resistance here so I can take a sell to retest this low, right? But as I was waiting, the 15-minute candle closed the way it did right over here. It closed like a bullish candle. When the next candle broke the low of the previous 15-minute candle, that gave me information that, okay, now there's a high chance that this price could continue to move down. As it started to move down, it came down to this area. I took profits on some positions, which is right over here. And now, you know, I have a runner running. So if that runner gets stopped out, well, then that's the way market moves.
Got stopped out on my runner.
Oh.
Yeah.
When did this stream started? Mr. Shoro Mamirov. I think if you read the description, the time is written right there. I don't understand this, man. People come here to analyze charts. They can't even analyze a simple description. How are you going to analyze charts? Doesn't make sense, man. Like all information is right under your nose. If you can't decipher that information, I'm sorry, you can't. It's going to be very, very extremely difficult for you to like decipher all this information on the charts. It just makes no sense at all. I mean, I don't know if you have some language barrier, you can't read English, but it just blows my mind, man. Honestly, it just.
I think the act of 2017.
Yeah, you know, in the start, it used to shock me. Like that level of comprehension used to shock me, but now I'm just like, yeah, I mean, that's how.
It's because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, the coach got no chill. You know who has no chill? The market. Market has no chill at all, you know? If people get offended by what I say, man, market doesn't care at all.
The market's going to kill you up.
Yeah. You know when you lose money in the market, you can't really call someone and say, oh, hey, I'm sorry, that was a mistake. All right, Dane Brown is going.
Bye, Dwayne.
Okay, what's this? LXP. Last 30-minute close below the bullish trend line. Yeah, the only way I'm looking at these sells on gold is if it creates a resistance here, which I think it is on the 15-minute time frame. So I mean, if I was in gold sells, I'd have my stop at like 14.58. I think I mentioned that earlier too. And as it starts to go down, might want to trail it down too. And the anticipation it goes down further. Why do you analyze Egypt but don't not trade it? I don't know. I've always been. I mean, I'm not even looking at EJ today. It's just ranging. You know, I mean, it's just there's no trade on EJ.
Pretty good chart. When it gets ranging, not ranging. When it starts trending, it's actually not a bad chart. I started off on that a long time ago. I used to do pretty well on that. It's just a bit slower. The moves, I thought.
Yeah, EJ is really slow.
It respects its levels well, though, from what I remember.
Yeah.
And
but if you don't have patience and you want to take 10 pips, you're going to take like 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
So I used to trade it a bit longer term, like over a day or something like that. You know,
yeah, you got patience, Chris.
I see, yeah. I think I see it as if I make one decent trade. I mean, I like this lower time frame stuff. To be fair, I think it's really good. But I mean, I'm quite happy if I analyse something over a 4-hour chat. I'm happy to wait all day if I need to. One good trade's enough.
Yeah.
I'm in no rush.
Oh, this is nice analysis.
Yeah, I got those 10 pips.
Nice. What are your thoughts on your USD? I think you should send a chart. Good morning, peanut butter ally. You need to send your chart on your USD because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what my thoughts are. It matters what your thoughts are. Because let's say if someone's looking at gold and if you have a chart labeled and then if you send that chart and we look at that chart and then we're going to give you ideas, like, okay, maybe this is something wrong, this is something right, or maybe if your chart is right and I'm wrong, I'd say, oh man, yeah, I'm wrong, your chart is right. So at the end of the day, it matters what your thoughts are, how you're looking at the chart, because that's going to help you. Because if I give my thoughts, that might just confuse you. Or better yet, the worst thing that can happen is if you send a chart and I say that's no, like if I give you my thoughts might be wrong. And if you change your thoughts on that analysis, you might lose a trade and say, oh yeah, I just said this and I lost the trade. So always voice your opinion, give your thoughts. Do you think your USD will stop moving soon? I think if your USD stops moving, the Forex market will crash. So I think it's going to continue moving till we have currency. If GJ is a real son of a gun, this 30-minute candle should flip bearish and come down to 140.040.
Are you still holding it with stop above?
Yes.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I'm still holding.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah. I had like 6 lots running, so this is like I only have a 0.5 open right now.
But it's not a break. It's a break even. Okay.
Yeah, it's a break even.
Yeah, you had a bad entry.
That'd be a good trade when 0.5 gets to the gap open.
Yeah, that'd be a good trade. A lot of people don't know how to send you chart. Yeah, because lots of people don't read the description. It's like going to a restaurant, going to a, let's say, a vegetarian restaurant and saying, hey, I want a hamburger, without reading the menu. I've actually done that once. And they said,
you have veg burgers, man.
Yeah. I think that's a real scam. Veggie burgers. Man, if you like burgers, you're not gonna eat veggie burger. That's just trying to scam yourself.
And the worst is when you get like veg eggs and veg shrimps. That's ridiculous, man.
Well, if you like eggs, go eat eggs. Don't...
Yeah, but it's veg. I mean, like, and shrimps.
Yeah, fuck off, veg eggs,
Veg wings. I'm like, what the fuck? It's gonna turn this bitch. Took me out and...
Alright, what's this? Gold 15-minute. Entry when 15-minute broke the high of the previous one. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. You got fluid over here. So you got buys when the 15-minute broke the high of the previous one. But the only problem is with that this support here, that's the only problem. That's the only issue I would have with this. Hey, if this goes up, then I think you're good. Because basically, now this is the same thing happened on GJ. Gold created a low, right? Gold broke support, created a low. For sells, you need to wait for price to create some sort of a resistance. If you're aggressive, and if you want to take sells, your stop should be above this candle here. You know. But if you're conservative, you're waiting for price to create some sort of a resistance to come down, retest the low, and hopefully continue moving down. For buys, I would wait for this to break up. I mean, I don't know. Like taking buys in this range would be pretty messy because take a look at this, right? I mean, if you take buys in this area, look how the price was just like ranging up, down, up, down, up, down, right? And if you take sells, this is a clean move that happened. So you'll have a better chance at like, waiting for sells and taking sells down to 1455. I think that's going to be a much easier move. Okay, what's this trade here? Oh man, please don't send me charts like this. It's a 4-hour chart. Man, can show one time frame on a lower time frame, look for price to create. So you're looking for buys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't. See, now here's the thing. This is way too far zoomed out. In my opinion, this is the correct way to look at candles. Like this. Why do your screen text still say Monday? No, it says Tuesday. Oh, it says Monday. Well, let's go back to the future. Alright, 15-minute candle closed. 15-minute candle closed bullish, but it's closed below 1457.30. So this support that was broken is holding as resistance. Now, if the next one closes bearish, that means the resistance has been formed on the 15-minute. And also on the 30-minute, because if you look, there's 15 minutes left for the 30-minute candle to close. Same thing for GJ here. If you look on the 15-minute, 15-minute candle closed. So it closed bullish. It's a good thing the stops are at break even here too. Because now for the 30-minute to continue bearish, this 15-minute has to break the low of the previous one. And that's going to dictate, okay, now we're heading bearish. Ooh, your JPY buys. Nice. Based on the 1 hour. Oh, I got 2 dislikes on the stream. Maybe 2 people hit stop loss or something.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, maybe they don't know how to trade.
Or maybe they took buys and I took their money with sells.
They must be snowflakes.
More than likely that happened.
Hey guys, what is IML? IML is International Money Laundering System. That's what IML is.
Good one.
That's a good one.
International Money Laundering System.
Never heard of that before. Huh?
You know, to be honest, it doesn't matter if people give dislikes or likes because it still engages the video, so that's good.
How many of you?
They've got interaction. So.
Yeah. Oh, GJ's moving. Come on, GJ. Yeah, I've on gold sell stop below the last 15-minute candle. What do you think? I can't send a chart. I'm at work. Okay. Sell stop below the 15-minute candle around 1456.40 or 30. Yeah, I think that would be good. That would look good. So it's going to be a sell stop below the current 30-minute candle. Yeah, that would make sense. Because then, even though your sell stop gets activated, you'll be expecting a swift move down to 1455.40.
Swift move.
Yeah, swift move.
Swift move. You kept your one on GJ?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good one, man.
Yes, sir.
So I went for a coffee. I didn't know if it caught you out.
Oh. Yeah, it's still running. Good thing is I secured profits, some profits, so that's pretty good.
All about that bag.
Yeah, all about that bag, man. Secured $360, so that's okay.
Not bad. Good 15 minutes work.
Yeah, also it's close to the month's end, so I don't want to risk a lot.
Yeah,
of course.
I have a little bit to play with this month. I've had a pretty good start to the month, so I'm not too worried.
Oh, you got nice speakers there in the background.
What, me? Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of surround sound stuff.
Yeah. How is Canada? Asking because it looks like I gotta move there to use 1 to 1,000 leverage. US got a limit of 1 to 150. Yeah, I think Mark Benitez. There are a couple of brokerages where you can deposit via crypto and then you can get the same leverage. Oh wow, look at gold. Gold is moving. That sell stop might have been activated. So the stop loss on that sell stop should be above, like at 1457.28 or something like that, above the 15-minute candle. Happy days, happy days. All right, it's a race now again. Will gold go to 1455 first, or will GJ go down first?
To the open gap.
GJ will go.
Just like yesterday.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Looks at the glue factory trophy.
Yeah. All right, what's this? Oh, nice. Kyle has a trade on gold sells. Do you move one position or do you have more than one? So in this GJ sells, I had 3 positions. I closed 2.5 positions down at like 140, 110 or something like that. And then I put the last one at break even. So if that stops me out, then that's okay. But if it keeps going, then it's going to go in much bigger profits. Man, I really hope when people trade, they take into account how much they're expecting to lose in that specific trade.
That's more important than how much you're gonna win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Like knowing how much you're going to lose is much more important than how much you're going to win.
For sure, it's not particularly hard when you use it when you're using a proper platform because you can actually, you highlight your stop loss and you can see how much it is.
Yeah. Okay, someone's in buys here. Very nice. So when someone says they take partial profits, they have more than one position open. Yes, or sometimes, like let's say if you have a one lot open, right? On MetaTrader, you can right click, modify, and then you can close a portion of that one lot. Like let's say if you want to close 0.25, so you'll change it to 0.25 and then you'll close 0.25.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. But for ease of use, I open like multiple positions, so I don't have to go through that step of right clicking and modifying and all that. Is there any book you recommend to get better in trading? I've read Trading in the Zone. I don't know. I read I read like 5 pages of this book called 10 Essentials of Forex, and that was about it. Wow, look at this 1 hour on gold. Broke below. Damn. There's actually a very easy calculation you can do to determine your risk or stop loss or your lot size depending on your stop loss. It was a very complicated mathematical equation. So I'm going to bring up a calculator here. So let's say that your stop is going to be 15 pips, right? And okay, let me just write down this here. It's going to be lot size equals risk in dollars divided by stop loss in micro pips, right? So let's say your risk is you want to risk $45 or $45, right? And your stop loss is, let's say, 14 pips. So 14 pips is going to be 140 micro pips. 140. So this is going to give you the lot size you're going to use. So this is the lot size, 0.32. This is based on the fact that, let's say, like 1 pip is equals to like 1 standard dollar, with the USD. If you look at it from the euro, it's going to be a little up and down, but for generic purposes, this is the easiest thing to use. So in the same way, you can, like move this formula left and right. If you have the lot size, you can then determine dollar and pips and all that. What made you a confident day trader? To be honest, the live streams made me a confident day trader. Taking my trades on the live streams.
Yeah, that makes it real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no fucking around, Because like, I always saw this in a way that it doesn't make any sense. Like if I'm gonna mentor or if I'm gonna teach, it doesn't make sense if I post trades after they happen. Right? So I took this as a challenge. Like, okay, do I have enough balls to, like to just call out a trade when it happens, then post it on Instagram and say, okay, this is the trade I took early in the morning. But now we have this huge community of people, man. This is amazing. Looks like gold's going to win the race here to 1455 first.
I don't know. I think GJ is going to hit that gap.
Damn it. Trolls found. It's gonna fill the gap. If not today, then tomorrow. It's gonna fill the gap.
Yeah.
I think 4 minutes.
It's not a race anymore.
our horse knows where it's going.
King of the trolls. Raja.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Chris?
How you doing, dude? Good?
Yeah, where's the king of the trolls at?
I think you must be having a protein shake or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Might be coffee time.
I saw a post yesterday. I was like, ah, man, this guy is unbelievable.
Are you in anything today?
Huh?
Are you in anything today?
No, I missed those GJ sales this morning, man. Like at the very reversal.
Yep.
I got stopped out on the 30 minutes, and then it went back up, and then I got stopped out and buys again. I was like, God, I can't catch it.
Yeah, one of them days.
So,
This is gonna drop now, man.
You'll see with the start of this hour.
Easy 10 pips now.
Yeah, it's gonna drop. I can feel it.
Let's see a
Here we
week
go.
first, really.
I feel it coming.
I can feel it. Feel it in my bones.
Feel in my bones.
In my bones.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a wick first.
Top wick.
Yeah, I think it'd be all right, but it'd be nice to get that first.
You're talking about the 1 hour candle, right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I would like to see that first, but I'm not too worried. Yeah, that was a nice push on gold. Actually, I just looked at that myself.
Oh wow, gold reached 1455.
Hey, Roger.
Hey.
I saw a post yesterday. It says something like keep your business public and keep your personal life private.
Yeah.
Was that a troll post?
You're too smart.
I was like, damn, Rakeel, man. I can't with it.
It's truth in it, though. It's truth in it.
It's true, man. I mean, no one's got to know my family, you know?
Everyone,
yeah, I just realized who he was trolling. Okay.
Everyone missed that one. I said, damn.
Oh, what's this? Gold looking nice to buy. Oh my god, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, whoever said that should be like put on timeout or something.
Yeah, you should put on timeout. So,
On timeout.
Banhammer.
you know, the best thing is we gave the idea for the sell stop, and it reached exactly 1455 and just
perfect. No drawdown.
I'm beginning to realize that the trades are actually playing out like you said before. Like yesterday, I think it was GJ where it was supposed to go up.
Yeah.
And then you pretty much just called it on the dot. Now the same thing is going on with gold now. So I think you're on a roll.
Yeah.
Fire.
Can you tag me in the recap because I called gold sell stop. Thanks for the confirmation and the setup.
Where the chat at?
Oh, that's on YouTube.
Oh.
Okay, what's this? Ooh, EJ buys. Nice. Looks like those buys are playing out for Buddy over there. 30-minute closed above. Yeah.
Where you got those sales at on GJ, Rakeel?
Yeah, I got it at like 140, 230.
But you took that off the 15 or the 30?
15. Like when the 15 minutes, so the 15 minute broke the low of the previous one, I just took sells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I took sells. My stop was above the previous 15-minute candle. I'm done with IG. Too many dickheads. Oh, Simon, they are next level trolls on YouTube. Like YouTube trolling is next level.
I think there's a high percentage of people on here for that, just alone.
Oh man. Like we had a troll like the last month. He started saying that we're fake traders because we trade based on candles. You know, like what?
There's a good
one. Yeah, man, you should trade based on indicators. Come on.
Fake traders they trade based on candles. So because he trades harder than you, his trading plan is harder than you, it makes you a fake trader.
I don't even think he trades.
Simplistic is the key to life.
Yeah, you gotta keep things simple.
You know, that sounds like another Instagram dude that I'm not gonna say his name, but like he always mentions about how retail traders don't know anything, this, that, and the other.
Oh,
and
who?
Man, Ted knows exactly what I'm talking about. If Ted is around here, he probably knows what I'm talking about.
Who?
They had like a little bit of a issue.
Oh, come on, man.
Just give me a hint. Give me a hint.
Man, you turn on.
Even.
All right, I'll say this though. He has Forex in his name.
What?
He has FX in his name. That's how much I'll give.
Man, half of the Instagram has FX in there.
Jivan FX.
Even FX.
Bro, how are you going to turn on the gas and not put the fire on? Like, you got to put the fire on.
Trey with Monty FX.
Hey,
No.
I don't FX.
No, he's a British dude.
Oh, Ken FX.
It started with K.
Logan
with K.
Roy. It's Roy FX.
No, Ken FX. Ken FX?
No, Roy from Netherlands.
No. Look at the chat. Logan got it.
Dedication Forex. Oh yeah, he got exposed, that guy. He's not an institutional trader. He's actually 19 years old. This guy.
19 years old, really?
Yeah, that was a troll account. Oh wow, Gold won the race. Gold won the race faster than GJ today.
Yeah, that would have been a good trade.
That horse went today.
Yeah, Ted's horse won today.
Wow, this is a nice trade, really.
See, I moved my stop down to 140, 200 on GJ in profits. Because this is the best way to trail your stops now. You know, like if someone took entry right over here with me, I move my stop down over here. Once this 30-minute candle closes, I'm going to move my stop down to the high of the 30-minute candle, and so on and so forth. But if someone's trying to buy gold, please don't buy gold, because there's no confirmation that gold is going up. All candles are bearish, man. Except for the daily. The 4-hour bearish, 1-hour bearish. I mean,
look at the wick on that 4-hour.
Yeah.
Well, if the daily is bearish, bullish, I should buy it.
God damn, look at that.
So we should take buys now?
Right click, kick. Come on, GJ, got to move on over here.
In ages.
Yeah. See, now the thing about GJ is if let's look at the 15-minute. Okay. So on the 15-minute, if this current 15-minute candle breaks the high right over here, I'm going to exit this trade. Because I'm anticipating a push down, it should happen. But if it breaks above this, then I'm going to exit the trade. So you always got to put conditions on the trade, even when the trade is in profits.
Hey, you?
Yeah. What's this? What the fuck is this? This is... What is this? Do I need to shine a light over here? Is there like a hidden message somewhere? You know, when they shine those ultraviolet lights, you see a hidden message?
This is so fun.
Yeah.
Need some explanations on that.
Yeah. Head and shoulders. Yeah, I don't look at head and this. I didn't even know, man.
I don't get patterns myself.
Yeah. Oh, so he's saying that this is the support. It's at a support. That's what he's saying. Yeah, that's perfect. So that's why I have my stops at break even, and if it breaks down, we're gonna continue moving down.
Yeah. Especially if we can break through 140. That's done.
When someone sends your chart with no explanation, oh, it's a video. All right, let's take a look at some charts over here. Oh, can't open it.
Cool.
EJ to fill the wick to the left. EJ to fill the wick to the left. Yeah, the only problem is that these are the 30-minute candles where they closed, you know. So the reason it's having this rejection is because of this area here. I mean, the best way to trade EJ would be to wait for it to see if it creates a support at this 120.060 level to continue moving up. But if you look on GJ is approaching the target now, which is good.
Flying.
Yeah.
I think we get past that 140 level. I think we've got proper game on.
Oh yeah, buddy.
It's approaching the baby target.
Game time.
Baby target.
Yeah. Yeah. So you would
Mini
need a
target
on there.
It's the time now. You see 15-minute close below the previous support, 15-minute support?
This one?
No, GJ.
Yeah.
15-minute.
Oh yeah, it's heading bearish, man. Like
Yeah,
look,
yeah, but spotted and close below all this.
You know, I didn't even look at that support.
Lot 10, I think it was.
Yeah, I didn't even cross my mind because this is the low GJ created here, which we talked about earlier. So this is where if someone's still holding, you should be, you know, trailing stops, protecting profits. Because the worst thing you can do is let a profitable position go in negative. That's the worst, man.
Simon said it in a chat as well about 40-10.
Yeah. That sounded like someone is hungry.
Come on, GJ.
Don't be rushing GJ, man.
Come on, yeah, don't blush, GJ.
Don't rush it. Be patient. So if it rushes, it will bounce back. That's the first time in like a month I've seen sunshine.
Chris, that must be very depressing.
What? A lack of sunshine?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe.
You get used to it, no, Chris?
Oh, mate, nah. I don't.
Can't get used to that mentally.
I can't stand the weather. It's when it's dark, man. So it's like dark when you get up in the morning, and then in the evening, it's dark at like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. It's not good. So
It's Christmassy, man, Chris. You miserable.
Nah, man, nah.
Chris, where you from? Ireland?
Nah, from in the UK.
UK, okay. Because I know Ireland gets that bad weather like that.
Oh, yeah, we get similar stuff. It's probably not as bad as Ireland, but bad enough.
It's Christmassy weather. That's what it is.
No, it's not, man. I don't know. It's not in between Christmas and I don't even know how to explain it. It's just dull.
Bro, I heard in the UK they have the most amount of drop top vehicles, but the most amount of rain.
Yeah, mine's in the garage.
Makes no sense at all, man.
Yeah, mine stays 6-7 months. It comes out for about a month or two.
Holy shit.
Oh man, I should have taken gold cells as well today.
It's worst over here in Ireland, guys. It's been raining for the last 5 days.
Has it? Yeah, we had a couple of weeks of rain and we got some floods, but
Yeah, but that's what makes it such a wonderfully green country.
Ah, bollocks.
Exactly.
No, I'd rather live in the desert. Australia or something, that'd be fine by me.
I took those gold cells, Roger.
Oh, nice.
I had cells in the morning as well in London.
Could you move the equation for the lot size and stop loss to another part of the screen? Can't read it now because of the text on the screen. Oh yeah, oh my bad. I forgot you guys couldn't read it. Here, let's move it right here. There you go.
Torch account is back on again.
Nice. Oh, gold is still dropping. Alright, let's see what the torch account is doing. Man, this guy took a very ballsy sell on gold.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
He sold support right here. Very
Right
ballsy.
here. I even switched to the time frame. I'm like, damn, did he see something different that I didn't see?
Yeah. Wow.
He's about to get torched.
He's about to get torched on the torch account.
Yeah, the first day I think he lost like 260.
Yeah. Man, at least Q should do is start promoting the live stream so that these guys who trade the torch account should have an idea of what's going on.
You know what he should do? Only do like back testing on the weekends, like you do. That will help a lot.
Yeah.
But nobody does it. No other mentor does it. That's what I hate.
Oh, backtest their trading style?
Yeah. That's it. Only that.
Too risky, man.
Why? If you're that good.
Matter of fact, I have a story to tell about that. Invictus FX. You remember that guy, Rakeel?
Invictus?
Invictus. He was actually he was actually simulating his trading plan, and he blowed his account like 3 times. He was like, no, man, no, let me just rewind it, blow it again. And he start over. It's like, yeah, man, you have a couple bad days in the market. Blew it again.
Couple bad days.
This dude blew like 15,000. He had a 5,000 open, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, blew it like 3 times, man.
Hey, the thing is that nobody does it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
nice. GJ.
Let's go.
This is awesome.
Let's go, GJ.
GJ, it's retesting the low.
GJ. It's my GJ.
Yeah. You made it.
There's your patience.
Wow, this is the longest hold I've done in a while.
Meanwhile, gold is flipped bullish on the 1 hour.
Patience paid off, man.
Well,
G,
a
G.
long way to go yet for
My
me.
G, G.
It's good
Let's
try.
go, G, G.
Hey, it's okay, Chris. We will celebrate in the
Yeah,
evening.
no, you did good. I'm quite happy where I am at the minute.
We're gonna just test that support a few times and then.
Yeah, I want to see how quick how it reacts at 140 again. I might change my opinion on what's happening. I might exit.
It's saying I'm not leaving that price.
Oh, wow, gold.
Yee.
Torch account getting torched.
Yo,
Torch.
You just said someone took cells at that support.
Yeah, it took cells at support.
Damn. Good night.
He's down. He's down. He's down $62 on a 50-cent lot.
All right, what's this over here? You think you will take a trade when you're backtesting, but you're live. It's a whole nother ball game. Yeah, that's true. Trading live is something different, man.
It is.
Good spot, Simon. Where was that news? I've not looked yet. Simon just said there was some news about a deal potentially. Twitter.
That I could fly away.
Yeah, I've got you, man. Cheers.
Let's see this here. Gold, 1 hour. Target is down here. Retesting resistance. Perfect. Someone's got the target. You got the target. Can you look at my chart, please? Thanks. Well, if you send it, I'll look at it. Judge tells Trump he's not taking the president. Well, okay. Ooh, was that news? Yeah, that was news.
Yeah.
So it's the link.
Anybody in EJ?
Nope, just GJ for me.
Gotcha. Looks like it's retesting. Let's see.
Ooh, clean break and a long position. Oh, nice. Oil. Yeah, oil is moving up here. Very nice. Okay, what's this? What would happen next to GP UAD? Well, Mr. Chamuka Kalhara, you need to send a chart. I think it was a pretty decent day. Got nice GJ sells, almost 20 pips.
Steady moves. That gold one was good.
Yeah.
Although we didn't take it, it was a good option.
Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Oh, I just realized that I can just mute the whole mic with the button on the mic.
What for you?
yeah, because before I have two controls, we have to mute it on two things, but now it's a direct mute from the headset.
Upgrades.
Yeah. Bro, how was your confirmation in GJ? My confirmation on GJ was based on the 15-minute candle. When this 15-minute candle broke the low, I took the sells. My stop was above the previous 15-minute candle. When this candle finished bearish, I brought my stop loss down, and you can watch the replay after this. This whole trade was basically, did a whole commentary on this whole trade. Oh, gold is moving down.
That bit of news.
Yeah, I caught that.
Yeah. I was considering
The 30-minute candle, the wick. So I had a pending order there, the 30-minute candle wick. So
yeah, nice shot. Good one.
yeah. So if you were looking at that trade, the 30-minute candle pulled back, and then if you had a pending order, it basically pushed all the way through. And looking at the 30 minutes across, there was basically a support there that you could tap right there. Also on the 5-minute candles, there was a massive rejection right at 8:15 that created liquidity to push further down. So if you trade gold, you would have had a nice push there. That and the fact the hour candle's bearish, so we don't really assume that we'll have anything pushing it back up. Long-term target obviously is 1452, 53. So if you're adventurous, I'm not, because I don't like the way the daily candle's structured. The daily candle would have to flip bearish at this point for me to be comfortable with that trade. So I'll wait till tomorrow. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And if
5 minutes.
Yeah, if gold drops all the way down to 1440 and I'm not in it, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah. Not part of the plan.
That's correct. What is a liquidity candle? I always hear you guys talk about it. Well, essentially, a liquidity candle is one of these bad boys. So when you look at things like this, it's essentially these wicks up here. So price is grabbing. So think of this. This is your tree, right? This is your tree. Actually, I can draw a better tree than that. Let me use my left hand.
I was gonna say.
This is your tree, right? So, right, these are your apples on the tree. So what liquidity does is the man turns around and he jumps up to grab the apple, and then he puts it in his apple box here. So the apple comes down here. So you keep jumping up to grab apples, and as you grab apples, your box gets full, and then you come here. So as an example here, this is when you're on the top area here. So this is you grabbing apples, and now on the bottom here is you picking carrots. So the carrots are in the ground like this. So what you're doing is you have all these carrots in the ground, right? So those are the top parts of the carrots. And the man turns around and he picks the carrots. So this is your carrot, right? That's your carrot. He picks them out of the carrot patch, and that's how price moves back up. So there you go. So if you want to understand liquidity, that is how liquidity works. So on the top, you're picking apples and putting them into your basket. On the bottom, you're pulling carrots up, sending them up over here. There you go. So there's a illustrated example of liquidity, right? So liquidity, so when you pull it from one area, it has to go from another area. So in the example of liquidity up here, you're pulling apples from the tree to drive them down. And then when liquidity is at the bottom, you're pulling basically carrots out of the ground, or potatoes, depending on what you feel like, go further up at that point. All right, so there you go. That's
we use them carrots for the horses, right, Ted?
yes, that's right.
Okay.
Ted, are you a vegan? No, I'm not vegan. I'm not. I don't like vegetables really. When I was younger, my parents forced me to eat a lot of vegetables. Now that I'm an adult, I choose not to eat vegetables.
I make my own decisions now.
Yes. Why GJ and GCAD move the same way, Uncle? Because the pound is either super strong or super weak. So at this point, it seems like the pound is having problems. Has there been any talks about GBP? I don't know. Thank you so much for the wonderful explanation. Yeah, I mean, liquidity essentially is you're looking at a certain point. It's like supply and demand, right? So once, like when you go and back test your charts, you're gonna see instances like this and instances like this where you can see that price reached a certain point and it didn't like that area anymore. Liquidity over here, as an example, in this area, could be similar to Timmy in the pool, right? So if you turn around and do this, and maybe do something like this. Oh, sorry. Like this is a pool. So Timmy's in the pool. This is the cold water. Timmy jumps out of the pool, right? So so you can see here as an example, Timmy's driving his feet into the pool, and when he gets over here, he might jump out. Similar to over here, when the water was hot, Timmy might pop out of that pool, right? So that's what you're looking at. So right now, on the higher time frames, this whole area right now, I have marked off as a huge liquidity area. So if you look on your higher time frames, if you go to your daily, you're tapping into a daily level. So that's why you might find, and this is where when you map out your charts, you might find that this area here, you have to be cautious around as you come to this point over here. You might not necessarily get to here, because on the daily candle, if you look at the daily charts, now you'll see that you're entering an area where there's a whole bunch of wicks. So if Raja brings up the daily, so here as an example, you can see we entered this area over here. So anywhere, as we talked about yesterday, anywhere in this area there can be a pullback, right? So when you look at this daily candle here, it tapped into that liquidity area and pulled back. This candle now is tapping. The great thing though about this candle is now that we have sort of a bearish momentum at this point, and the candle's flipping bearish, you have an opportunity to say, hey, listen, now we're getting strength, but more importantly, this candle here, your targets can start to be over here or over here. The idea is all these orders now, and including this order, which we talked about yesterday, and this is what if you watched the replay yesterday, I specifically said this, that we wanted a candle that would have a wick up over in here, and that would give you orders to drive further down. So this is a good start for us. And then what I'd want to see tomorrow is I'd want to see sort of the same thing and then complete this whole area. And if you look at this kind of example on like your 30-minute or your 15-minute time frame, you see this a lot. So the information that you have here, you can translate into the smaller time frames, and then that's how you can anticipate the bigger time frame moves. You just have to be aware of the fact that these daily candles are 100 pips or 120 pips. So you can't turn around and say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to sell on this part over here. Your stop is going to have to be up over here, right? So this is where you run into conflict, because here, your stop is going to be like 20 pips or 2,000 pips basically. And you're going to have to then have that, it's going to be a $20 move down. So you're going to have your take profit down over here for you to be profitable. So this is where now you notice that maybe this is going to be your stop loss here, and then your take profit is going to be down here. So you have a better risk to reward at that point. And you can say, I'm going to let this candle breathe, because this daily candle may finish with indecision, and it won't be till tomorrow's daily candle comes up a bit more and then drives and finishes that. The great thing is, like I said earlier, is if you let this daily candle finish and it finishes bearish now, you can then anticipate, hey, I'm going to get a wick up and then I'm going to get a fill. But more importantly, more than likely, this area here, if we have momentum, will get filled, that wick. So that's an easy play for gold on the daily. If you're looking at a trade opportunity and you do trade gold, it's important just to wait for the daily candle to finish and then wait for the Asian session to set up in that regard to say, hey, this is going to be my target. And you can get confluence by looking at your weekly and essentially looking at your monthly later on. And that can give you a little bit of help. So you can see here, we should fill this area here, and we've already started to tap into this place here. So we'll watch how the daily starts and say, okay, at this point, this should tap in, reject, and go up, but that'll be a daily wick fill at that point into this area here. And that's how you can plan out your trades on the daily. But you have to be careful because, once again, there was massive rejection here. So we have to be cautious of that too. So there you go. A little bit of help.
Like you said, it's exactly what we said yesterday. And the addition yesterday was we were considering what would happen if you had an indecision candle as well.
Correct.
At that level. So it's not nice to see you've got some kind of move now.
The news can be the catalyst to fill the wick today, of course. And see, here's the thing. When you do analysis and you go through this idea and what I just did here, once my trading day is over and it fills that wick at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it doesn't matter. And what you have to take from that is my analysis was correct. I just wasn't at the charts at that time because that's not my trading time. You have to then put a feather in your hat and say, hey, I'm on the right track. I just have to wait now for that opportunity to be when I'm available to trade. People get discouraged because they'll say, oh, I missed the move. Don't be discouraged about missing the move. Be encouraged that you were able to call the move. You just weren't in front of the charts at the time. You're a retail trader. You don't need to be in front of the charts 24 hours a day. And, you know, people turn around and they get upset about that. I never get upset. If I miss a $20 move on gold today, oh well, it happens. I missed the $20 move going up. I missed a $20 move the other week going down. It's going to happen throughout your trading career. The great thing about that is if you can anticipate and you can say, hey, this is what I think is going to happen, and then you actually see it happen, it gives you confidence to then, when you're trading live, like Rakeel does, it gives you confidence to make these judgment calls when you're looking at the charts in front of the time that you're supposed to be trading. Because now you know that you're programming yourself to understand the fluidity of the market. Can you explain your gold sell? I just did that, so you'll have to watch the replay. Open drive closed on gold. Enter rocket now. Well, I don't think you're going to get much of a rocket today. I think, like I said, we had a big move over Friday and Monday, so today is more of just a small, movement up and down. So you just have to be very careful on how you're watching certain pairs, because you don't want to get caught in silly whipsaws and things like that where you're stuck. And you don't want to have to take positions where you're playing games where, as an example, this candle here tapped into this area here and now it pulled all the way back and now you're stuck. So your trade was the rejection here down to that level there and then getting out, so to speak.
Hey, does the new 15-minute candle invalidate the GJ buys? Yeah, I got out of GJ. I closed everything on GJ. So, see, this was correct. Number 1, resistance was here. Number 2, low was created. Number 3, if resistance is formed, tries to retest the low. And it retested the low.
Rakeel, when did you got out? When it went to support or when it went above the 15-minute candle?
When it was down over here somewhere.
Okay, thanks.
Too late to possibly enter gold? Question mark. I think you need to send a chart. You need to send a chart to so we see what you see. I think instead of having a daily goal, people should mostly focus on goals should be like, okay, I'll take 1 or 2 trades and I'll see if those trades can be winners. You know, once you get confident in having winning analysis, then you start working on, okay, now my daily goal is like 4% or 5% or 2% or whatever that number is. But initially, your goal should be like, okay, let's see if I can have a winning analysis or not. That's very important, like for the first month. You know, because a lot of people they get caught up in these daily goals and weekly goals and monthly goals and this monetary gain. They have this level, oh, I have $1,000 account, I need to make 500 this week. No, it should be, I have $1,000 account, I want to see if my analysis is correct for the first month. You know, and then you can say that, okay, you know what, I analyzed, let's say a month has 21 trading days, so you're like, okay, I took maybe, let's say, 25 trades. Out of those 25 trades, how many of those analyses were correct? You know, because if I look at all my live streams for the month of August, September, October, and like full month of November now, I can look back and confidently say that, okay, the trades I've taken on the live streams, 80% of the time they're winners. You know, and that's me being very, like, not that generous at all.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that, Rakeel. I think the biggest issue with goal setting is people, you're setting yourself up for failure because goal setting is usually process driven. As an example, if I go to the gym today, I want to lift, like 10 pounds. And if I don't lift 10 pounds, it's like I didn't meet my goal. So it's a failed goal. But there's no monetary gain or loss when you go to the gym and work out, right? So you don't have an attachment to it. But I think with trading, when people start making up these goals, because there's a monetary attachment to it, it really skews how you look at the market. I think like you hit it right on the head, is you should be looking to make sure that you're making correct decisions. Whether it's a positive trade that you take, or whether it's a trade that your analysis that you did, or you had proper risk management, those should be your goals. I think goals should be more of creating proper habits and making sure that you're doing things that make sense for your trading plan. Trying to say I need a winning trade every day, or I need to be positive every day, it will come over time. Like Rakeel said, I mean, it's very rare that we take massive losses on the live stream, and it's very rare that we take losses in general. You can take one loss of like 3 pips or 4 pips, the next trade's like 15 to 16 pips. I mean, it erases it right away. So you always end up a positive day. The thing is that only comes with consistency, and that comes with experience. Once you've been trading for 3 or 4 years, this live stream there'll probably be 100 of them, because everyone will realize, like, this is pretty straightforward. All I have to keep doing is the same thing over and over again. It comes down to the psychological conditioning of the fact that, hey, my $500 account isn't going to grow to $1 million overnight, but over the next 3 years, I can turn around and make $5,000-$6,000 a month trading my trading account in the next 3 or 4 years. The issue is everybody wants to be a millionaire tomorrow. And I know we talk about this a lot, but it's just something to rehatch and always remind people is this is a long-term game. I mean, these streams have been going since last August. So think about that for a second. So since last August, these streams have been running, and we've been doing this essentially every morning, other than if Rakeel was away or he was sick or something like that. These streams have been on every day, and this is trading every day. This is your life every day. So you can see there's 3 hours of sitting around and maybe 10 minutes of work, 5 minutes of work. Like when you look at it as a whole, I mean, you could probably take the trade this morning at 7:30 or 7 o'clock that Rakeel called, which we grabbed, and then call it a day, and then you're done. But the problem is, you made $5 and you're looking for more money. But if you did this over the year, that $5 would keep multiplying, and it would probably turn into a couple of thousand. It's just the dedication that you have and the discipline you have to show up every day. There's a reason why Rakeel can make $20,000-$30,000 a month trading. There's a reason why I can make $500 to $1 million trading every month. It's because of the fact that we do the same thing every single damn day. It's just the size of the account, it's your discipline, and it's just your approach to the markets. When everyone's still looking for a trade at 11:30, 12 o'clock, we're at the gym, we're working out, we're on with our day. We're not showing up to the live stream at 9 o'clock in the morning and saying, oh, I'm late today. No, the live stream started at 6:30. You're up at 6:30 ready to work, right? So there's a disciplined approach. If there's no trades today, there's no trades today. Like, you don't try and chase something. You just say, hey, there wasn't an opportunity. It's all about the approach and the discipline.
Well, there goes GJ. If GJ falls, man, it's gonna fill this gap.
Dude, I said not close that, man.
What a bitch, GJ, man.
I just want to see what happens at 140. If he can break through and go past, it's
Monty, you still in?
Bro, mine just hit stop loss like on the last candle, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Chris still holding it.
Yeah, me too.
It's a good target.
Yeah, man.
All right, what's this? GPNZD 4 hour. Taken buys when all candles are bearish. So you deserve this stop loss. I'm sorry to say this, but when candles are going bearish, you don't buy. So I don't know. Candles are bearish, man. You gotta at least wait for price to, like flip in your direction, or candles to flip in your direction. Okay, the person who was giving the speech, this is their Instagram, so you can message them instead of sending me a DM.
That's like a troll.
Yeah.
Man,
comment.
it's all right there.
I don't answer DMs if the question has already been answered on my Instagram. So be prepared to be ghosted for a while, and don't take offense to it. I want people to learn, and a lot of information is on my Instagram that you can get. So, and also don't start your DM with yo or hey, because I'm not going to respond to that as well.
Or can I ask a question?
Yeah, ask your question right away. don't turn around and DM me and say, can I ask you a question? That's because I'm not going to respond to that either.
Get to the point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, it's just, I mean, let's be realistic here. I mean, I don't want people to be upset about that, but it's just, let's think logically.
Ted, your Instagram's about to be spammed.
Yeah, it's okay. It's I have like hundreds of DMs waiting. I answer most of them, but there's still some that are not ever going to be answered because they're like, hey, so when are the live streams? What do you do here? So
patience of a saint. I couldn't handle it. I don't go on any social media anymore.
You're not allowed.
Yeah, there is that. There's that restraining order, Chris, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want the police knocking on the door anymore. When you're on Instagram, get the fuck off.
Yeah.
Is that a koala sandwich you're eating?
Jesus. How are you watching?
Same thing.
This is hilarious. These guys are trying on Apple Watches. He goes in the street. He's like, "Oh, they're stealing!"
They're trying on Apple Watches.
This page is called Hood Life. Oh no, Funny Hood Videos.
Who has ever traded while high on weed? Interesting.
I don't think you should do any work while you're high on weed.
Yeah. Do you guys trade off the MT4 mobile app or desktop? I believe that if you're serious about trading, you should always be trading off a desktop. I don't think that you should be putting yourself in a position where you're on your phone, because there's a lot of things on your phone that you're going to miss because it doesn't show you a good space. When you first start trading, I think this is the graduation. When I first started trading, I traded on a laptop. And as soon as I had enough money, I grabbed myself a desktop and I grabbed myself monitors right away. Now, there's always an argument where people are like, oh, why do you need 2 or 3 monitors? I mean, it does help you, but it allows you to sort of have a better view. And what you're doing, and you may not know this, is you're creating a habit. The fact that you have a stationary place where you're going to go and do your work, it subconsciously puts you in the state of mind of focus and preparedness. When I'm on my computer, like, I know I'm working. When I'm on my phone, I'm goofing around, you know, like I'm on social media, I'm playing games, I'm doing stuff. But like when I'm on my computer, I know that it's work time. And subconsciously, it just focuses me better in terms of, I know that when I go into my office, like, it's time to get stuff done. Whereas if you're on your laptop or you're, you know, on a phone, I tend to think that you may not take it as serious because it's very casual. Like, you can trade from your phone, like in your car or sitting on the sofa. And I don't think that is, you know, conducive of proper execution, right? You want to always put yourself in the best possible place to win. It's similar to, like, if you go to the gym, right? You go to the gym, you know you're going there to work out. You're not going there to have like a ham sandwich. Whereas when you're at home, a lot of people can't work out at home because of the fact that it's like, well, I'll just go do it later. But when you're in the car and you're driving to the gym, you're actually making the honest effort to get there. So you respond to it a little bit better. So that's sort of what I look at when you have a trading setup. And don't get me wrong, you can just get a laptop. I mean, you can get like a $300 laptop and like a $100 monitor and just attach it to your computer or attach it to your desk and you're good to go. But what you should always be practicing is you should always be working at the same spot every day. Like, you should try and get into the habit of, this is my zone and this is what I'm prepared to do right now. I think it just makes sense in my mind. It just makes a lot more sense for people to do things. News in 2 minutes. Is there news in 2 minutes? Interesting to have news at 9 o'clock. Yep.
No, it's in 1 hour.
No, 9 o'clock. There's actually news.
Oh.
HPI, S&P, Combat. It's a yellow folder, not a low impact. That's weird.
Okay.
10 o'clock is the big news.
Yeah. That's a Holmes one, wasn't it? I can't remember now.
Yeah, that's true. You can buy used monitors as well. Like monitors are monitors. Like I've had my monitors now for like 2 years. They do their thing. I've had my computer now for almost 3 years. Runs like a dream. No problems with it. Does its thing.
Yep.
The biggest pros of Forex, like working wherever you want and have that freedom. I think that whole idea about having freedom and that's just, I don't know. I don't really. That's to sell. I don't know, that's just a dream. That's to sell a dream.
Yeah, I still work hard, man.
That's sell a dream. Like I mean, it's good that once you're trading, you have the ability to make capital, and from that capital you can travel. But like traveling and trading is not the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like when I travel, it's very like I'll bring my laptop. So I have a laptop when I travel, and I'll try and trade from my laptop. But it's not the same in terms of what I do here. I think when you make your money, then you travel, and you should enjoy yourself. You shouldn't be looking to trade during the time that you're traveling. Like I'll be traveling in December, and I won't be looking to trade. I'll be looking to do other things.
I don't think you can get in the same kind of zone.
No, I'm more comfortable. Like, I mean, even my charts, like all my charts are marked up like on my desktop here. Like on my laptop, I look at some of my charts for when I open it up, and it's like all those lines don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But I memorize usually like the charts that I work on all the time. I know where my levels are, so I just redraw them on my laptop. But I just think the whole mystique about, oh, you have the freedom to do what you want. I think it's after you finish trading, that's when you should take the freedom to go and do what you need to do. Because I mean, if you're making good money trading, you could technically I could take off the next 6 years and just do whatever I wanted, right? Like, I mean, that's sort of what you want to get to at that point.
I mean, the only freedom I've got is I can kind of make a coffee when I want. That's it. I can just go now and have a coffee.
Yeah, if you want to meet your family and do stuff, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's going to be different for everybody. I don't take what Rakeel and I say as Bible. Don't turn around and it's not a point to argue. It's just a differing of opinions. And if people feel that they want to be able to trade while they're traveling and do stuff, I mean, that's great. There's people that always say, and you'll hear a lot of people talk about it, is like, you need to travel the world to really experience everything. I'm pretty cool just hanging out at home. Like, to be honest with you, I really don't like people. If I don't know if it comes across that way, but I genuinely don't like being in large crowded places. I don't like being around people. I think it's ridiculous how society has become. So traveling to another foreign country where I don't even know where I'm going or what I'm doing, and having to be around more people and not having like my bearings or my comfort zone, that's even worse for me. Like I go to cities and I get frustrated because I look at the way the city's designed. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is worse than my city. And now I'm traveling here. Like when people turn around and say, oh, why don't you come visit me? It's like, oh, like I'm just going to another metropolis. I live in a city, right? And I mean, don't get me wrong. I go and travel and I visit people, but I think I just don't have the patience or tolerance for many things. And that's something I'm trying to work on. So when people say, oh, travel the world, I'm like, I'm good. I'll Google TripAdvisor And usually, if I want to look at the best places in Italy, I just go on TripAdvisor, and people have already taken the same photos I would have taken.
Yeah, and I've been there then. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. That's the whole thing about the technology thing. That's why I don't. Well, apart from not liking flying, but there's so much you can see now because of the internet. It's like,
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Well, that's what I mean. Like people are like, "Oh, you should go over here and over here." I'm like, "Well, I just go on Google and I can see it right now." Like, I mean, somebody wants me to go to their house, just give me their address. I'll take a look at your picture on Google Maps, you know, and we can have a Skype call and I can pretend I'm at your house. Like,
I have to disagree with that. Sorry, because I mean, like me going to like say for instance, looking at pictures of let's say places I've been to, like say for instance Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica numerous times. When you look at the pictures, it's not the same. I get what you're saying. You're comfortable not traveling, and that's fine. But from my experience, it's like going to Jamaica and seeing pictures of Jamaica are two different things. The smell, the sounds, and everything. I think that's why people go traveling, right? So I that's why I disagree with that sentiment. But if it's your opinion, it's your opinion. But like I just totally disagree with that.
That's probably
yeah, and that's what I mean. I think the thing is though too. Okay, so say for example you travel, you go to New York City for a week.
Oh, I actually did. Yeah, go ahead.
After a month, do you really care about the fact that you went to New York City?
I mean, I did have a good time there, and I would remember it. But I kind of get what you're saying, though. It's just I like to see different parts of the world.
Yep.
Like things that are not same. Like okay, people would always make the comparison between downtown Toronto and let's say New York City, right? And they are similar in some aspects, but like it's a whole different vibe I get from New York compared to Toronto. So I guess it's just I just look for a different experience from Toronto than New York, and that's my reason for going, because I want to get like a different vibe, see what's different. You know, you might meet different people down there. I mean, that's my reason for traveling. It may not be yours, but like I can understand why you would care less to see. Okay, well, I'm going to go to Metropolis. Okay, who cares? I get that. But,
yeah,
but that's just my reason.
Yeah, it's just anytime I've traveled, I've never been wowed. Like I've never turned around and gone to a place and been like, "Oh, this is absolutely amazing." I've sort of been like, "This is like boring."
Same shit. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I'm not entertained by it. Like truthfully, when I go to the Caribbean islands, like it's literally boring because I sit on the beach and I look at water and people are like, "Oh, this is amazing," right? And then it's like, okay, I don't understand what's so amazing about looking at water. Oh, the water's so clear though. I'm like, okay, but it's still water, right? But it's almost, I think traveling also fulfills people in different ways. And I think if you are missing different aspects of your life, I'm not saying you are, Ryan, but I'm just saying in general, people look at traveling as a way to be fulfilled. I think I find my fulfillment in other things. And it's just because I've gone to Dominican, I've gone to all these places, and it's like, oh, let's do a day excursion. I'm like, okay. So, you know, the guide says, hey man, okay, everyone on the bus. We all get on the bus. It's fucking hot. You know, I'm sweating bullets. You know, oh, you want cerveza? I'm like, no, I don't want beer. I want water. You know, you give me a water. This is the authentic part of the Dominican. Here is where they do the Dominican work. And it's like, so I'm watching this guy work and he's looking at me weird, like, yeah, you're a tourist thing. Right? Like it's just like when I analyze stuff, and maybe I'm too analytical, like when I look at stuff like that, I it's like people are being put on display for me, and it's like, oh, look, here come the tourists. They, you know, and then like all the little kids run up to you and you give them stuff, which is fine because you know you want to help their community. But I just feel it's such a show. It's
I got you. I hear what you're saying. It's not authentic.
Yeah,
I think that's what you're saying. You know, that makes total sense. Okay, so from my reason is when I go to Jamaica, right, I always want to forget about everything in Canada and just enjoy myself in Jamaica, because I don't know, I just have this connection. I mean, my parents are from there, right? So every time I go there, I'm always excited to go down there, to go to the beach, go into the water, look at the fish and all that, right? You can't really do that in Canada, right? And looking at fish on a computer screen is not the same thing. So you know what? It's just a totally different experiences. I understand where you're coming from though, because it looks like a show. Look at this guy working, and not the kids. The kids, you know, like you want to help them up because I mean, obviously they're coming from a poor country. But like when everything is put on for show, it's just like, okay, what's next now? Are we gonna look at like how they make rum or something? Or I kind of understand. I get it. but I think I would enjoy that because I like to see things from a different perspective, a different lifestyle, something that's different from where I'm from.
I
So
guess.
I guess
Yeah,
it's just
I'm
yeah.
ignorant. I'm just an old man. I'm ignorant. Like every trip I've ever gone on, I'm like, this bed sucks. This place sucks. And I stay in like the best hotels. I stay everywhere top notch. Like, don't get me wrong. Like when I travel, I'm like, where's the best hotel? Like, where's everything? Like, I'm basically, I never slum it. I'm never going to slum it. You know, when people talk about camping, I will never go outside and camp. Are you kidding me? I am not getting, you will not pay me to sit outside in a sleeping bag. That's ridiculous. You give me a cabin with air conditioning. I want to be able to have a toilet that runs. I don't want to have rules about the toilet, like you can't flush this there, like you got to flush 3 times, turn around, bend over. Like I don't want to know any of that. I just want to be able to do my stuff that I do at home. Like I want to, if I'm going to travel, I want it to be exactly the way that I'm traveling at my house. You know, like if I want a banana, I want the banana to be the banana. I don't want to see anorexic cats. I don't want to see chickens that have 1 leg. Like I don't want to see anything. I just, you know, I want to have.
Oh, Ted.
I'm sorry.
I thought I was a miserable
The video is
bastard.
funny. The video is funny. Because you know what? It's not. I'm sorry.
Trust me, I went. I'll tell you a story. My friend, she has a cottage. The cottage is on a lake on an island. So they're like, "Oh, Ted, you got to come to this cottage. It's amazing." So I'm like, "All right, you know what? I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone because I'm an old bitter man, like people are saying in the chat, which is funny. I'm gonna go to this cottage." So I drive up to Barrie, past Barrie and Gravenhurst. So in Toronto, it's normally an hour and a half, 2-hour drive, but on Saturday it's like 6 because everybody's going to the same spot. So right away I fight traffic. Then she's okay, you got to park your car over here. You got to get on my boat and we got to go to the island. So I get on the boat. We're cruising on the boat. That's cool because I know how to swim, so I'm not worried about the boat. We get on the island, and I look at the cottage. I'm like, this is fun. I'm like, where's the TV? Oh, we don't have a TV. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why do you even have windows? Because there's bugs everywhere. Oh yeah, they just get inside. I'm like, well, okay, this is not gonna be fun. And then I go into the bathroom, and there's like this scroll on the wall telling me what I can and can't do. And then it's like, oh, if you're taking a shower, you can only take a shower for 5 minutes.
What?
I'm like, what is this? Oh, we'll run out of water. I'm like, this is not fun.
5 minutes? Are you even like? Anyways, go ahead.
I'm like, this is not fun. And so then what happens is it starts to rain. So now you can't even sit outside. You're sitting indoors, and we're playing like a version of Scrabble from 1942 because every cottage has board games that were brought in from their grandfathers. And we're sitting there, and you know the candles are on because there's no electricity, obviously. And if it is, the generator doesn't work. And then she said, oh, we have to go pick up more people because they're coming. I'm like, it's raining. And literally, I feel like I'm on Gilligan's Island because now I'm on the SS Minnow crossing this lake, and the waves are going, and we're in this pontoon boat. I'm like, we're gonna die picking up people over there who want to come to a cottage that has no electricity that we're not doing anything. And I said, this is absolutely ridiculous. I literally didn't shit for 3 days. I came home. I took the biggest shit of my life. I was shitting for at least a half an hour after that. I'm like, I can't shit here. I can't shit at this cottage because there are too many rules. Like, where do I put the toilet paper? Do I like eat it afterwards? Like, what do I do here? So that, like, never again. Anytime I go to a cottage, I'm like, do you have air conditioning? Yes, okay, I'll come because at least.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Many rules.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst. No,
That's why Ted don't travel. That's very valid.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, if I was in that situation, I'd be like an old man. I'm not even like 35 yet, and I'd be like pissed off the whole trip. So that's
yeah,
worse.
like
all these
literally,
rules and shit?
I was sitting there, and now like when I go to a cottage, it's like, do you have air conditioning? And if they say yes, then I come because I know they have electricity. So then I know that there's no problems with the toilet and everything like that. Ted is that person who arrives at a hotel and spends 3 hours moaning, making a massive line behind. No, Ted gets to the front of the line because Ted has every gold card there is, and Ted makes sure that when he arrives, everything's ready for him. And if it's not, they hear it from me, so they know that already.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's literally no problems with me traveling because I fly first class. I have the best hotels, and I never have to wait in line for anything. So there's never a problem there, and there's always someone picking me up at the airport, taking me where I need to be, and going to do what I need to do. So no, traveling with me is a dream because I watch people. I'm like, I'm not standing in that line. It's like, hi, I'm the gold member. Please, yes, sir. Please come this way. It's like, oh, thank you. Yeah, I pay for that privilege.
So would you say that kind of just ruined traveling? That whole experience just kind of ruined it for you in some aspects?
I think the idea of traveling for me, I don't understand it, and I like I said, this is my opinion. Other people think differently, and that's great. And like people like going to an art museum.
No.
I don't see the benefit of that, and that's how I feel with traveling. Because when you go traveling, what do? You go explore the city, and I'm sort of like, what do I want to explore? Like, if I go to a city, it's like I want to watch a sporting event. I want to go be active doing something. I don't want to walk around. Like I travel, and it's like, oh, let's walk around. Like, no, I don't want to walk around for 4 hours looking at crap. Like, this is not fun for me because then people are bumping into you. You have other tourists hitting you, and then you get hit by a car. People bump into you. People are begging for money, and it's like I don't want to be part of this. I don't want people like doing that stuff. Like, and then you go those red buses that take you around this is blah blah blah, and the guy telling you the story doesn't know how to tell the story properly. I could tell it better than he could.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you compare it like that, Ted, because I love traveling.
Yeah.
When you compare it to a museum, I kind of get where you're coming from because I went Italy, and after I'd seen one statue, I'd seen them all. Like I was bored of looking at different statues and beautiful buildings. I was like, yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is good. And after a bit, I was like, I don't want to see no more. But I do love traveling.
I think now for me, I travel to go meet people. I think that's more of what I do now. If I say what aspect I enjoy traveling, it's like when I go travel, I make sure I meet people in that city, and that makes it more enjoyable for me. Traveling to a place where I don't know anybody is not enjoyable for me because it's just like I don't want to walk around and do stuff. Like when I go to different places and different cities and I know people there, it's like I'd rather hang out with them because that's more fun for me. I'd rather just be with people. I don't want to. Like when I go to Miami, I don't go sightseeing in Miami. Like I don't care for that. Like I'll go to Miami, I'll visit people. I like hanging out with people. Same thing. I go to New York, Boston. If I go to places in Ontario, like I go specifically to meet people. Otherwise, I don't see a benefit of doing it for myself.
Interesting.
Wow, look at everybody commenting. It's awesome. Ted has to be a virgin at this point. Nobody wants to be around Ted. Oh, yeah. That's some of these comments are awesome. I love them.
Oh my savior. Holy fuck, hilarious, crying with laughter.
It's funny though. I like this. Ted is too boastful. Ted has a sense of entitlement. I just said, well, that's how I travel. I'm sorry. Like, what am I supposed to say? I'm not going to take a first class flight if I can afford one. Hell yeah, I'm not sitting in the back having some guy take a dump and listen and smell in the bathroom. No.
or sleeping on your shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, wow.
Where are there any one-legged cats in Florida? Yeah, like I said, I've traveled and done stuff, and like I said, I just have my opinion. I mean, it's just mine. I don't know. Like I respect everybody else's opinion. If you enjoy traveling, I'm happy for you. For me, it doesn't do anything. Like I'm perfectly happy. Now, granted, I rather go eat a good meal. Like I'll go into Toronto. I'll drive into the city and I'll have a really nice meal because I like to eat that kind of food, right? So other people spend their money going on a week's vacation. I spend money on a I would spend on a week's vacation on a dinner. Like I'm happy with that. Like, so it's just what you're comfortable with, really. Come to the Balkan region. Yeah, it's too far to fly. It's too. Ted, did you become a millionaire from trading or after you trade? Well, yeah, I made money trading, and that's how I became wealthy. I wasn't wealthy before this. I mean, I had money, but I just had average person money, like 6-figure trading and stuff like that, or a 6-figure job and stuff. Like I was an academic. I had 2 university degrees. I worked in corporate. I made money. Just promise you won't steal Christmas. Nope. No, I think Christmas is great. I had a conversation about that yesterday where I think everyone should say Merry Christmas to everybody. Well, it was average for me because I have a university education and I worked hard. Everyone else around me, all my friends have made more money than me. Actually, I was the lowest earner and I was earning 6 figures. I don't know. I just worked hard and got where I need to be. Yeah, and I said that yesterday, that you should never say happy holidays. You should always greet people according to the celebration that you're celebrating. So if someone's Jewish and they're celebrating Hanukkah, you should be able to walk up to people and say happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate Christmas, you walk up to people and say Merry Christmas. Reason being is those connotations and those greetings are not negative. So you should not feel impacted in a negative way at all if someone comes up to you and you do not celebrate Christmas, but someone says Merry Christmas to you. You should never feel offended, because what they are doing is they are greeting you with their season greeting and they are wishing you joy and happiness. No one's saying death to Hanukkah. No one's saying death to Christmas to insult you. They are saying happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, because they want to greet you and they want to wish you the best for your season. The people are too much of a snowflake these days, and they get offended too quickly. Oh, I don't celebrate that. Oh, don't say that. Say happy holidays only. No, you don't say happy holidays. Happy holidays is when you are on vacation and people are wishing you a good trip. They say happy holidays. That's what happy holidays is used for. Happy holidays is not used for marking occasions where people are celebrating a religious holiday. You just say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. If someone says Happy Kwanzaa to me, I am not offended by that. I am happy that they are wishing me a good greeting, and I wish them the best as well.
You know, it's sad in this day and age that people take offense to Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas. Yep. Like 10, 15 years ago, that was never even the case. Now it's just like, oh, don't say that to me. I don't celebrate Christmas. Man, who cares? Just say whatever and then keep it moving.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, it just infuriates me. I don't know. It's just this snowflake culture pisses me off, man. It does. It's just, we weren't not like this back in the 90s. I can tell you that.
Yep.
Growing up as a kid in the 90s, this was never even a subject. Now it's just everybody's offended by everything. You say something wrong about somebody, oh, it's like, oh, you're racist or you're prejudiced or something. It's like, really, man? I mean, frig. That's why sometimes I kind of wish I grew up in the 80s, because the 80s, you said whatever, and it's like nobody took offense to that. I mean, look at Eddie Murphy's Raw and what's the other one? What the hell was it called again? It's comedy skit that he said everything and made fun of everybody.
Yep.
And if he came on with that shit now, it's like everybody would be like would want to hang the guy.
Dave Chappelle did like a little bit.
Yeah, but like I don't think I can't say that he went as hard as Eddie Murphy though, but like he was like on the cusp of it though.
Yeah.
Like especially the first season. The black white supremacist, the funniest skit to this day.
The black white supremacist.
Yeah, that was fucking funny. I laughed my ass off when I saw that shit. It was so funny.
Yeah, and that's what I say to people. So I turn around and I don't take offense to anybody wishing me their celebratory event, and I say it back to them. I say Merry Christmas to everybody. I don't care what you look like or who you are. It's Merry Christmas because I celebrate Christmas. And if you're offended by that, I had someone tell me that they were offended. I said Merry Christmas to them, and I explained to them this thought process, and then they sort of were like, oh, I guess I see your point. I said, yes. I said, I wished you a Merry Christmas, even if you didn't celebrate it, but you can then convert that into your special day that you celebrate, and you can say that I said Happy Kwanzaa or Happy Hanukkah, but I just said Merry Christmas because I didn't know what the denomination you were. And they're like, oh, okay. So. And so far, I've never offended anybody by saying Merry Christmas. No one's ever been offended by me saying Merry Christmas, and I've said Merry Christmas to everybody.
Maybe because we're not snowflakes. I don't know.
I like the sell on gold. Whoever it's in the sell on gold.
Oh yeah, gold. They are scared of me. No, they're not scared of me. No one's really scared of me.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm a nice person. I'm very nice with people. I try and help people where I can. I just have my ways of doing things, and that's what I do. I think if people have stronger convictions, the world will be a better place because everybody would learn to respect each other and be like, hey, that guy's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. But what happens is everybody starts to push opinions onto everybody. And it is a perfect example in the chat. Everyone started getting opinionated about who I was as a person, what I was doing, instead of just saying, hey, that man's a little crazy, but hey, he's got his jive, I got my jive. And that's the funny part about life is everybody always wants to push their opinions on people, but they don't respect other people's opinions. And I've never done that. I've never tried to push my opinion on somebody. I don't agree with traveling. I don't care, but you can go do it. That's cool for you. Like I tell people all the time, don't worry about me. Worry about yourself. Like I'm good. Like you want to travel the world, man, go for it. I'm happy for you.
I'll stick with Googling. Though I do fancy going on a cruise at some point. I've never done that.
Yeah, I went on a cruise when I was younger. I want to go.
Got one of them proper ones that's got like
I've wanted to do a cruise because a cruise is actually really cool because you can travel and hit like every spot.
That's what I was thinking.
And it's like basically you could see like 8 islands in 8 days, right? Where you don't want to be stuck on an island for a week. You could just do one and be like, oh, that's cool. Like I think the cruise ships are good for me because I just would be able to see everything and be like, hey, I saw this, and this, and this, and this, and it's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, that's why I think there's always something. You won't get bored so much. There's always going to be something to do. I like that. Plus, I could swim. So that's cool.
Well, as soon as they get the jets that fly faster, I'll come over to the UK. So if they can get the flights under 5 hours, I'll be happy to go there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm aiming for right now. They're coming close. The planes are going to be ready to go.
Yeah. Plus, if you crash at that speed, you're not going to feel much. So
that's exactly it. Yeah.
I'll be up for the same. It'd be good if they did. I mean, like I said before, the Concorde thing. If they had that type of thing again, I'll do it all.
I know they should have done that. They should have kept the Concorde.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll have that type of thing again at some point. GJ is playing with my emotions.
So is Gold. Gold just ripped right back.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun day today.
Yeah, I might close GJ and then get a better entry. I don't know.
GJ looks like it's going to head to 250.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's kind of my entry is just above that.
Oh, okay.
So, but I've been trying to hold it. I wanted to try and get it to come down further. I'm a 4 hour. My 4 hour looks really good. It's just like making an extra. It's like my new 4 hour now.
Ooh, someone took sells and GG at support.
That was at 140.
140 is a very heavy level.
Yeah, for real.
Nobody said sell or anything in the stream. Why would somebody take a sell? Even like makes no sense, man.
They were hoping support would break, and now it hasn't.
But you know, they're here for help, you know, or to learn something, and then they're still going to go and make the same decision that they would have made without the stream. So why are they even here? If we're all waiting for something, why wouldn't you wait?
That's the $1 million question.
Oh, sold last night. Oh,
Somebody getting
okay.
grilled now?
Oh my god, they sold last night expecting it to break with no fucking volume.
No, we don't even know their entries. They sold last night. They're in profits.
All right.
Oh,
God damn.
sorry.
Samson went hard, like in 0 to 100.
I thought you said they sold that support, you know.
Okay, what's this chart here? If 1 hour candle close below support, we expect a retest and go down. Yes, that is correct. Oh.
Oh man. Someone's eating their mic. Yeah, I really think gold is going to range right now. I think it's very hard to break that support area that we're coming into. It just keeps bouncing back and forth around there. To truthfully, anywhere between 1457 and 1452 is going to be a very, very hard level. So just be careful. Like if you're trading right now, I mean, obviously it looks like we're going to probably go down to 1452, but it's going to be a very, very rocky road because we're right in the middle of the daily support area. So just be very careful as you're navigating the gold trade going down. Because at any given time, it could just bounce out of that liquidity area and push right back up to like 1457, and you're going to get stuck. So just be cautious. That's all.
Yeah, that's no fun.
No, if you're looking to trade right now, gold, I would start to look at orders at like 1454, 1453.50, maybe over there, hoping that you'll break down past 1482. But at this point, it's very tough. I mean, we're already at 9:30 and we really didn't move much. If you look at the way the hour candles have formed, I mean, we had maybe 2 hours of a good drop, and then everything just sort of is now consolidating here. So just be very cautious. And remember, you still have 3 more days left in the week, so you don't have to really push too much here. So just I mean, if you got into gold, if you sold gold at 1457, you can just sort of hang around because it'll probably bounce back up and around. But you know, if it does go back up to 1457, 1458, and it holds that level at resistance, you may want to turn around and take more sells. Something to keep in mind. And then, yeah, this week too, we got Thanksgiving. So basically, probably, I think it's Wednesday afternoon. There's basically everything starts to shut down, or Thursday afternoon, things start shutting down. So just be aware. Yeah, Thursday is a bank holiday. Friday, we come back online, but really people don't do much on Friday anyways. Thanksgiving in the States starts like Wednesday afternoon. People are just like ditching work on Wednesdays. When I used to work for a US company, same thing happened. Like Wednesdays would be like nothing happened. Well, there's your rip down for gold. Atlantic City. I have a free match play for Borgata. It's like a $500 match play. I can't transfer it to you. They always say I went to Borgata once last year when I was in New York. I went there at Atlantic City and I played, and now they send me things every month. I'm gonna come back.
They're like, please come back. Please come back. We have this.
Oh, they send it. Falls View. So Falls View sent me a cruise. I get to go on a cruise. So they sent me details. I have to go visit them. So they signed me up for this cruise, and then they sent me like the Christmas cards and match plays and stuff. I get like stuff, but it's good because in January I have all the tickets available for Falls View Casino. I can go see any show. So I'm going to see an evening with 98 degrees, and then I'm going to watch Chris Tucker the next weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy, Ted. You have they gave you a cruise. That means you're a big player at Falls View.
Yeah, I didn't even know why they gave it to me, but they did. They sent me a letter, and they said, "Hey, come for you want a 7-day cruise?" I'm like, "Okay, let me take a look at this."
Nice.
Yeah. So
my girlfriend's mom, they're Filipino. They go to the casino all the time, and she sometimes just goes to go pick up the gifts that they have.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but like they don't get no cruise, you know. They get like a lot of other stuff, vacuum for the car cleaner, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's at Blue Heron. I know that because I get those too.
Yeah.
Blue Heron every month they send me, hey, do you want a free vacuum cleaner? Do you want some pots and pans? Oh, I get everything from there.
Yeah, pots and pans. She got it for our house in the future. I'm like, thank you, no problem.
You don't actually have to play that much either at Blue Heron to get that kind of stuff, because I know people that play like this, like the $10, like $10, $15, and they still get that. They just want people through the door, I think, at that place.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what they do. You know, $10-15. They go for it's more the like, you know, some people like doing something and some people like doing something else. They're so used to it by now.
Yeah,
so
the entertainment.
Sort of entertainment, yeah.
Yeah, Falls View sent me this. They always send me stuff, but I never received a cruise before, so now I got a cruise. So it's good because like I want to. So like 98 degrees, I'm gonna go watch them sing. I like 98 degrees, and then Chris Tucker. I'm gonna watch Chris Tucker in January again. Oh, there goes gold. Boom.
Somebody in the chat's asking you play blackjack, Ted?
Oh yeah, like a fiend.
What about baccarat?
Yeah, I played that a couple of times. It's too slow for me.
Gotcha.
Like, blackjack is good because what I do is I always request like the fastest dealer, and man, we go quick. Like we can finish a shoe in like 10 minutes. It's awesome.
Damn.
Ooh, that's like slip. That's so fast.
Yeah, it is. Like there's a couple of dealers that Falls View that I know, and I go them specifically, and man, we just run through the shoe. I either make or break in 10 minutes, and it's like I just want to go because there's some dealers, they take their time and they flip the card. I'm like, no, man. I'm like, just do it. And then in Vegas, it's even better because in Vegas they make the decisions for you. So like I'll be on autopilot. Like when I go play at Aria, they'll turn around and like there's a couple of dealers in the back in the private room, and they basically getting the shoe. When they start to realize what you're doing, they're like, stay, hit, stay 20, okay, stay, blah blah blah, and you're like, oh, where's all this money coming from? Because what they do is like if you're like if you have like 14 and the dealer's showing a 6, they automatically make you stay, and then they just run it out because they figure there's going to be a bus card, right? And you would have stayed anyways. So they just make a lot of decisions for you.
Ted, you play on the private tables?
Yeah.
Do they do you have side bets on the private tables?
Yeah. I like perfect pairs.
Oh yeah, you always run side bets?
Not always, but what I do is, so say for example, like I always play two spots. So like if I play blackjack, I always play two spots, and I usually bet anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a spot. So what I'll do is I will then, if I'm going to bet $1,000 a spot, what I'll do is I'll bet like $900 a spot, and I'll put $100 on the perfect pair. And then what I'll do is perfect pair is 25 to 1 if you hit it. So I know that I have basically 25 bets. Essentially, I should at least hit one within 25 bets. So as long as I hit one of those side bets within 25 hands, I know that I'm going to essentially be profitable. Because the idea too is, you're also winning your regular hands as well. So I'm sacrificing $100 to potentially win $2,500 each time.
Yeah, and realistically, I mean, if you win, every say 1 out of 5 hands, you're still coming up on top.
That's exactly it. And there's been numerous times where I've hit like perfect pair, like 2 or 3 hands in a row, or like 2 spots together, and I've won like 5,000 in one hand.
I actually
gold is dropping.
Gold is dying.
Ooh.
I went to Wisconsin like a month ago, and I went to the casino there, and I hit perfect or suited trips 3 times in like 10 hands.
Whew.
Yeah, it paid 99 to 1.
Oh boy.
So I left right after that. That was the luck for the week.
That's this could jump right back.
Yep, we just tapped into that 1451 area again.
This is the fire area.
Yeah. So that was a good sell. So if you took the sells to 1452, this is where you had a target, and the target got smashed within very, very quickly. So now if you look at gold on the higher time frames, you can see where we're dropping into each time. And you can see now on the daily, if you look closely at gold, what's happened with it. And you can see what level we're approaching. So now if you're in the trade, you know that basically your target is closing in on the area that we spoke about earlier, like this area here. You as a trader, if you're trying to get in now, it's going to be very difficult. But the good thing is, think about it this way. If this candle pulls all the way back up to like 1454, 1453, now there's a possibility to take the trade back down to 1451 because you keep hitting that area at that point. So it's something to keep in mind.
I'll stick with my GJ.
GJ just ripped. GJ hit 250 and ripped right back down.
Yeah.
Wow.
For me, that's my creation of my 4-hour wick.
Yeah.
So, not wick, sorry. So I expect that to then come back, which is up my entry basically. So that's pretty cool. And hopefully this can now, that's the orders to then break 140, I was hoping.
Yeah.
Yo. Sexy.
Yeah, because now gold's ripping right back up.
Well, I'm gonna head off here.
Oh, it's just got exciting as well.
Yeah, I gotta do legs today.
Ooh.
Alright. Yes, my favorite day.
Have fun, Rakeel.
Yes.
Have fun. Enjoy.
Take care, everyone. Take care. Have fun.
You too, beta.
You too, beta.
Yes.
Take care.
See you in a bit.
Oh, the news in tomorrow. News in 15 minutes. Yeah, that's why I'm leaving. So everyone leaves.
Yeah, no. You just you go, brother.